Okay. I hope I can answer that question from this slide. That's a really great question. Okay. When you convert 500 acre-feet and you release that water, it becomes part of the CFS, if you will, the CFS of the flow in the river. Does that make sense? All right. And I think the way the question is being asked, and correct me if I'm wrong, is if for an irrigation project, let's say that 500,000 acre-feet was released in 1999, there was already plenty of water, and so the release of that water would be unnecessary. In the year 2002, if 500,000 acre-feet were released, you would never even reach the green bar here. You would not reach the natural flow, so there would not be enough water to make a use of it. Then it says there's an additional 300,000 acre-feet in storage, half of which can be released to help, if you will, the 500,000 acre-feet if it gets released and it's not enough, so there's another 150,000. That can only really be released if it's above this level so that you can make use of the water. But my point is that if the total flow, however much you release, is below this green bar here, you can't use the water. There isn't enough. That's the way the game goes. If there's insufficient resource, you don't get to use it. And between 2000 and 2007, there were a lot of years in here where if all of that water was released, there would not be sufficient water. And I'm saying that we have climate change, we have global warming. Do we know what the conditions are going to be like in the future? We don't know. If we go ahead and say, well, most of the time there's enough water, so what's the point of having this? I'm saying we don't know what the water flow is going to be like in the future. I don't know if I answered the question well enough, but I gave it a try.
Is there another verbal question? Yes.
I was at one of the meetings and the tribe said, once this goes through, one of the projects that they're proposing is the coal to liquid. And kind of my research is, there's only a few sites in the world, one in South Africa, and that requires a lot of water. Okay, so they're going to consume all that water, and then myself as a landowner, if they've consumed that water and I'm not allowed to get access, it's like, then what happens? Because, and then also, what are they going to do with the polluted wastewater?
Okay, I have information on that. I didn't include it in my presentation because I felt like what was important for me to do was to present some of the main ideas. But what she's saying is, if the coal to liquids project goes in, there is a lot of water. I mean, a lot of water. And then there are wastewater, right, that comes out of that. I'm more familiar with coal bed methane, that particular issue. And I know that the groundwater, where the groundwater quality, where the coal is, if that was released on the surface, it would ruin all of the irrigable, all of the farmlands, if you will, because the water quality would ruin the soils. And without opening a whole big discussion and getting really distracted, let's just say that regarding this thing, right, they have so much money allocated for municipal, rural, and industrial applications. Perhaps that falls under the industrial application, for example. I think I think asking those questions is a really good idea, but I don't know that I have enough information this second. I have, information elsewhere, but I'm not prepared to.
I just feel that they're going to consume all the water, and there's not going to be any left for people to even request for permits.
That is a possibility. Okay.
One last question,
Okay.
Dr. Waite.
Yes.
In the time we have, and then we'll come back. We have several.
Yes, there's time this evening, that's fine.
Here's one. Groundwater not developed as of 1999 is specifically reserved to the tribe by the unmistakable language in the compact. So, your point that deeper aquifer is mostly undeveloped seems to be a huge benefit to the tribe under the specific terms of the compact. In view of that, what is the point you were making about groundwater?
Just 1 second, please.
The question is who gets the groundwater? That's what you need to tell them.
Well, as I read it, I didn't see in the language where groundwater is specifically reserved for the tribe. So I would like to have that pointed out to me.
Okay.
Maybe at the break.
Okay. So that makes a point. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Thank you. This is for questions, and I appreciate it, and you can inform us. That reminds me of something I should have said. There are a limited number of copies of both the Compact and the Settlement Act back on the back table there. So grab one if you'd like. It's those are my own product. I find those legal documents. I'm not a lawyer, so I have a hard time reading them. So what I did was I went through and I formatted them a little bit, and I added line numbers so that it's easy to refer to a specific section of the language. It's the same language. It's just that I formatted a bit. I don't know, that may be it, but yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your making it more readable in the format. I noticed that you don't quite have the current federal settlement and that there's some things missing in the...
Oh, maybe I picked off the website the wrong. Well, there you go, so I apologize.
We can help you also.
Would you please? Thank you. Okay, let's take a break, grab some coffee or a drink, get some refreshments. I'm going to call you back to order very quickly because we've got lots of ground to cover and there are lots of questions.
Hi, Mom.
Have a chair again, and our elder here would like to say a couple of words before he has to leave and take care of his wife, who is in dialysis.
Oh, turn the mic on.
How do we thing the lights on? I'm not sure.
No, it's the other. Push the other side.
Please. Now's the light. Okay, that's
Just a couple of words. Everybody's